we'll get into it, I guess. But a couple of highlights: great gym session, solid work day, and just a all around good day, I guess. Yeah, yeah. Cool. So today is Tuesday, the 28th of January. Um, Going through it, let's have a bit of a wrap. Had to obviously went to go to the gym this morning as per usual. Um, got in there, pardon me, a little bit later than I typically would, which wasn't great because I had completely forgotten that I was coaching both classes, and typically I would train in the first class of the day on a Tuesday, and then coach the second, and then go off to my teaching job. Like I said, I was probably lucky I got there even as early as I did because I was sort of tossing up. Um, Anyway, I ended up, thankfully, was doing a bit of stretching, preparing to train, and got in and realised about 10 minutes before class started that no, I'm actually the coach today, so I had to deal with that. That was fine. Coaching back-to-back classes is quite good anyway, so no real loss there. Just that's something that I need to um, keep note of somewhere when my routine changes. I need to record that. I need to, chuck that on the phone. Or something, calendar. I don't know. I need to come up with something. This has been part of my problem. Um, I obviously didn't mention it in the video yesterday, so that probably didn't help me. But anyway, something that I'm going to have to work on. Um, so I didn't get to train obviously this morning, but finished up. Then from there, basically a little bit of stretching and went to work. Work was most of the students started today, so it's kind of cool. Got to hang out with them for a little bit. I got to spend the first half of the day actually doing a good amount of more prep work. I actually had a few wins, and I've sort of created a lot of work that I need to get done before Monday. Um, but I managed to. I've essentially got my unit for the um, my one of my math classes done. I think I talked about the other day. I wanted to get finished. I got that done, but I have set up. How do I put this? I've sort of come across that because of I'm not entirely sure where all the students are sitting. I've basically been working on a diagnostic test that'll help me place them between whatever Abel's level they might be at to up to about year four, which it's going to need a little bit of work because, like I said, I'm pretty confident I've got a student who should be working about year six level. But anyway, kind of keen to get that. It's not an overly complicated tool, but I need to finish building it. So my goal will be to build that so we can run that as a class when they come into week two, and then from there I can really nail down what I'm going to do to get them that little next step, or however many steps we can progression over the next 3 weeks, which the student's going to go for. So big win there. That was great. Like I said, got to hang out with the students, which is always fun. It's the best part of teaching, really. Actually, some days I'll probably say, nah, worst part is the students, but definitely the best part. After that, typical sort of work day. Had to do the work things, so couldn't really work on too many other goals. Intention, well, like from my intention and personal gaining, I'm just really trying to make sure that what we would call the I'm trying to think I think it's the Eisenhower Matrix. If you know the Eisenhower Matrix, I will try to put a picture up here somewhere of what it is. But essentially, it's dividing your tasks into urgent and necessary, urgent and unnecessary. Um, yeah, let me get them right. There's four, so you got your four quadrants. We'll pop it up. We'll pop it up. It'll appear here somewhere, hopefully. And so what I'm trying to do is work on those things that are currently they're not urgent, but they are necessary, and they will make my teaching days much easier, which means I can continue to focus on I can hit that urgent and necessary things that come up, and hit hard that I need to and achieve them. and like hopefully knock them off, and then be able to move into those other sort of those ones that aren't quite so urgent. I can keep working on them, and make progression, which then makes my following day easier. So yeah, really nailing down on that, on the, like I said, the Eisenhower Matrix might be something we talk about a little bit, uh, and another proper sort of set thing, but pretty stoked with that. Um, After all that, went in to go to the gym. Thought class was going to be booked, but managed to get in there, and we did a sort of a longer form cardio. It's not crazy long, but from a CrossFit class standpoint, it was a 35-minute time cap, 5 rounds of a 400-meter run, 20 32-kilo kettlebell swings, a 500-meter row for the guys, and then it would be 50 double unders. I swapped out the double unders for 20 calories on the ski erg. The jumping wasn't really great on my knee. I probably wasn't really allowed to run. Haven't really been given the all clear, but I've been feeling really good and thought I'll start with a run. I was taking it pretty slow. I think I was taking about 2 minutes 20 to do the 400 meters, which is, obviously quite good for some people, but not where I would typically sit. I'd be sitting there aiming for sort of a minute per 200 meters, which I don't think, it's not quick. It's not blistering or anything. Plenty of people can run faster than that. I have plenty of people that I know run faster than that, but that's not why I was doing it. It was my goal was to attempt to try to get as much of this workout finished as I could. Unfortunately, I didn't finish it in the time cap. I have not felt that tired in a long time, but when I really comes down to it, it's been quite a few months, like 7, 8 months since I ran. So any long form cardio I've done has been sitting on a bike for the most part, because the rower was pretty painful. Haven't been able to skip, just a lot of things I haven't been able to do. So I haven't really had that good long form cardio outside of a bike. Spiked my heart rate more than once, but we'll put up a little bit of data here to show how that went. But in all honesty, it was really awesome to feel that, to get to have to go through it, to push my body to those limits again. So that was really cool. Couple of stretches, and then just stuck around and supported a few of our athletes who were either retesting or having their first crack at Masters League 25.1. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of anything. I will be working on getting my laptop set up, so we'll live stream the next workout that I'm around for, which won't be. Let me have a look at the dates here. The 7th of February will be my goal. I'll aim to get that live stream for that one, with as many people who are interested, obviously, if they're okay with that. But yeah, that's a bit of a longer term goal. Not something I'm going to be focused on getting done tomorrow. But anyway, that felt amazing to get that done. Come home, I have started posting these videos. They're going to come up 5 or 6 days late. I will endeavour to get a couple more out and start catching up tomorrow, but we shall see. So I can't recall off the top of my head. I don't think I set too many goals, but got a good, really solid training session in today. So step one, I didn't do a go wad, but I actually did a lot of stretching afterwards, looking after my lower back and hips and hamstrings specifically. Just that was fantastic. No work on any of my sort of home projects, I should say, or hobbies or any other sort of those personal goals. Taking it pretty easy today after all that. Like, technically, by the time I got home, it was nearly 8 o'clock. So here I am, an hour and a half later, getting this done and going to head off to bed. So, top priorities for tomorrow. The rest of my students are starting, so I'm going to get to spend half a day or so with them. They're going to be spending the other half preparing for things like sports day and what have you. So just assemblies and all that, but spending a little bit of time with them, and then we'll just sort of get to know each other a little bit. Not going to push any real major work this week. It's just sort of getting back into a routine. Kids are at school. We're all sort of getting used to having to be in certain places at certain times. So I guess just trying to make those meaningful connections with my students will be a big goal. Uh, I'll be coaching in the morning, and then I'll either do mine. I'll aim to do a workout in the morning, but I think my priority is going to be a serious amount of stretching. So a good 30, 40 minutes to make up a little bit from today and yesterday, but really like intentional stretching. So proper go wad type stuff. At the end of the day, I think my next intention, really like to get this diagnostic tool done that I talked about. Um, we're working on time, and so working through the Australian curriculum on the early math measurement strands, and making for lack of a better term, a test assessment. Essentially, it's just so I can run the kids through this little activity. They can answer the questions. I've sort of written out and planned 3 or 4 different versions. So depending on their ability level, they might want to do it as a worksheet, or they might want to might be picture based. So I've sort of written 2 or 3 different versions. They will work their way through that, and my goal being that they, like I said, essentially it'll tell me what standards that they're achieving and which ones that I need to work on. And then from there, hopefully with the work that I've already done now, I can sit there and go, cool, student A, you're working at curriculum standard X. So, for today, here's 2 activities I'd like you to get completed that are at your level and pushing to that next level. And that'll be essentially those maths classes for the next 3 or 4 weeks until we have to move on to the next one. And I'm just going to repeat that pattern. So I think I said the other day, this is a little different to how I teach in the past, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, my intentions, my 3 priorities there. 20 odd minutes plus of stretching in the morning, building this diagnostic tool, and just like I said, getting to know my students, um, like spending meaningful time with them, and trying to build those relationships and connections so we can have a better time in the classroom and hopefully more successful. That's probably my biggest intention. Know those kids better. So once again, thanks for watching, guys. Anyone who is, I appreciate it. As per usual, if you have a goal for tomorrow, and hopefully these videos will catch up and be posted the day I've filmed them. But if you've got a goal for tomorrow, let me know. If you smashed out some goals today, share them. Let's keep building some of this together. Maybe this should be my other goals. My hair's an absolute mess. We need to do something about that. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it.